Welcome to another episode of Mind Thump, your number one source for interesting content to feed your brain. Like everything else, weapons have changed and progressed throughout history. The first form of weapons used by man were unshaped stones and wooden spears. Now, the advancement in technology has allowed for the creation of super deadly and dangerous advanced weapons with devastating combat capabilities. Today's video is going to be detailing the top 10 most advanced weapons in the world. Before we get into today's list, if you like this kind of content, make sure to give the video a thumbs up and remember to subscribe to the channel for even more awesome content. Let's get to it. Number 10. S.A.M. Coming in at number 10, the S.A.M is one of the most powerful weapons in the world. A surface-to-air missile, S.A.M, also known as a ground-to-air missile, GTAM, or surface-to-air guided weapon, is a missile designed to be launched from the ground to destroy other missiles or aircraft. It is one type of anti-aircraft system designed to nullify or reduce the effectiveness of hostile air action. The American Nike Ajax was the first operational guided missile S.A.M system, and the Soviet Union's S-75 Dvina was the most produced S.A.M. Long-range systems generally use radar for target detection, and depending on the generation of system, it may hand off to a separate tracking radar for attack. Short-range systems are more likely to be entirely visual for detection. Number 9. The Chimera Virus. In ancient mythology, a chimera is an animal formed from different parts of different animals, like a hippogriff or a griffin, which describes this virus. A chimera virus is defined by the Center of Veterinary Biologists as a new hybrid microorganism created by joining nucleic acid fragments from two or more different microorganisms, in which of at least two of the fragments contain essential genes necessary for replication. Combining two pathogenic viruses increases the lethality of the new virus, which is why there have been cases when chimeric viruses have been considered for use as a bioweapon. For example, the Soviet Union's Chimera project attempted to combine DNA from Venezuelan equine encephalitis, smallpox, and the Ebola virus in the late 1980s. Number 8. Trident II D5 SLBM. The Trident missile ranks 8 in our list of the most advanced weapons in the world. The Trident missile is a submarine-launched ballistic missile, or SLBM, originally developed by Lockheed Missiles and Space. The missile is armed with a thermonuclear warhead and is launched from nuclear-powered ballistic missile submarines. Trident missiles are carried by 14 United States Navy Ohio-class submarines with American warheads, as well as 4 Royal Navy Vanguard-class submarines with British warheads. The missile is named after the mythological Trident of Neptune. Number 7. ICBM. An intercontinental ballistic missile, or ICBM, is a missile with a maximum range of 5,500 kilometers, primarily designed for nuclear weapons delivery. ICBMs have the capability of being launched from airplanes, submarines, missile silos, and vehicles. They became an integral part of the MOAB doctrine because these weapons allowed the flexibility that enabled the country to strike back and destroy the enemy. It basically guaranteed a second strike on the enemy. Most modern designs support multiple independently targetable rear-entry vehicles, or MIRVs, thus allowing a single missile to carry several warheads, each of which can strike a different target. Russia, the United States, China, France, India, the United Kingdom, and North Korea are currently the only countries that have operational ICBMs. Number 6. MOAB. There are a lot of acronyms on today's list, huh? Well, the Massive Ordnance Air Blast, MOAB, commonly known as the mother of all bombs, is a large-yield bomb, which at the time of development was said to be the most powerful non-nuclear weapon in the American arsenal. It was developed by Albert L. Weemorts. The mother of all bombs, an explosive toy, was weighing over 9 tons, intended for the destruction of underground bunkers and installations. It was made for the fight against terrorists and their underground training centers in the mountains of Afghanistan in the Pentagon's arsenal. It was the most powerful conventional bomb that works on the principle of vacuum. That means that the explosive charge simply sucks in oxygen, ignites the cloud, and acts on all objects on the ground and underground with a shockwave and a huge high temperature. Number 5. FOAB. Here's Daddy. The aviation thermobaric bomb of increased power, nicknamed the father of all bombs, is a Russian-designed bomber-delivered thermobaric weapon. It weighs 7,100 kilograms and was dropped on the test range by the Tu-160 strategic bomber, General Alexander Rushkin, Deputy Chief of Staff of the Russian Armed Forces, told us that it is the strongest vacuum bomb in the world and that the results of tests of the weapon show that its efficiency and strength correspond to nuclear weapons, but that the use of these weapons does not pollute the environment. Thermobaric weapons are inhumane in the context of the fact that all those who would be in the zone of action of such a bomb would first suffocate due to the lack of oxygen, and then they would be crushed by the shockwave and burned at high temperatures. Number 4. B53 Nuclear Bomb. The B53 was a high-yield bunker-buster thermonuclear weapon developed by the United States during the Cold War with a yield of 9 megatons, which results in a fireball with an approximate 2.9 to 3.4 mile diameter, and the radiated heat causes lethal burns to any unprotected person within a 20-mile radius. It was the most powerful weapon in the US nuclear arsenal. This weapon is no longer used actively. The manufacturer of this bomb was the United States Atomic Energy Commission, commonly known as the AEC. That was an agency of the United States government established after World War II by Congress to foster and control the peacetime development of atomic science and technology. Number 3. Fat Man. The Fat Man is the code name for the atomic bomb that was detonated over Nagasaki, Japan, on August 9, 1945. The bomb was dropped by the United States, and it was an implosion-type bomb with a plutonium center. Fat Man's design was like the design of the first atomic bomb device detonated during the Trinity atomic test. In July 1945, it was detonated at an altitude of approximately 550 meters above the city and was ejected from a B-29 bomber by a superfort. The bomb had a power of approximately 21 kilotons of TNT, and since Nagasaki is on hilly terrain, the damage from the explosion was somewhat less than in relatively flat Hiroshima. It is estimated that 39,000 people were killed and 25,000 injured in the bombing of Nagasaki. Number 2. Castle Bravo. Castle Bravo was an operation during which the United States tested a thermonuclear hydrogen bomb for the first time. The test was performed on March 1, 1954 at Bikini Atoll in the Marshall Islands. The direct result of the explosion was nuclear rain, which poisoned the islanders who returned to the island after the detonation. The bomb used lithium-deuterium fuel for the nuclear reaction, as well as cryogenic deuterium tritium liquid, which was used as the fuel for the nuclear reaction. Castle Bravo had the best result of all US Army nuclear testing. 50 megatons, although again a significant proportion came from uranium fission. Castle Bravo was the most powerful American nuclear bomb ever detonated by the United States. Combined with other factors, it was the most signified radiological device in US history. Measured in kilotons, Castle Bravo was 1,200 times more powerful than the bombs dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki during World War II. Number 1. TSAR Bomb. Today's number 1 spot, the TSAR Bomb, is a nickname for the RDS-220 hydrogen bomb, codenamed Ivan after its constructor. It is the most powerful nuclear weapon ever detonated. Made by the USSR, the bomb was initially supposed to have a power of 100 megatons of TNT, but due to the excessive risk of radiation and the spread of radioactive particles through the atmosphere, the power was halved. 2 bombs were built, one real and one copy. The bomb was tested on October 30th, 1961 at exactly 11:32 local time in the Nova Zemlja archipelago. The bomb weighed 27 tons, was 8 meters long and had a circumference of 2 meters. It was so big that it could not fit in the largest bomber of that time, which is why certain changes were made to the bomber. The fireball that formed at that time was 8 kilometers wide, and the mushroom formed after the explosion was 65 kilometers high and about 40 kilometers wide at the bottom. It never entered military service and was only ever a demonstration of Soviet power and technology at the time. That brings us to the end of today's list of the top 10 most advanced weapons in the world. Which one of these entries did you find the most fascinating? Do you ever think we will see any of these in action? I certainly hope not. Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. Please remember to give the video a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell to be kept up to date with the best that Mindthump has to offer. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.